So no matter what you want to do online today, let's face it, you're going to have to make content. So you're going to want to start thinking of formats, types of content to create. And I get it, it can be challenging. But don't worry, I got you covered. Because on this channel, I'm going to show you all the AI tools and content formats that are working for me and others online. So for this video, what if I told you there's a high converting content format sitting right in front of you? And a lot of you could start using this today. Look, it's simple. We're talking about content that can capture attention, tell a compelling story piece by piece, and if used correctly, can drive results for your brand or business. Now, if you're looking to consistently create amazing visuals and get your message across without the usual content grind, then you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to replicate a proven viral content format that generates visuals piece by piece to tell a story or drive a point home. Utilize a awesome tool, Hypernatural AI, the incredible tool sponsoring this video today, to piece all your visuals, voiceovers, and editing together seamlessly and fast. Customize and fine-tune your AI-generated content for maximum impact, even integrating other pro tools like 11 Labs or CapCut if you want that extra polish. The idea here is simple. You can use this workflow to create bulk sets of high-quality content for virtually anything you want to talk about. So if you're ready to jump in, know that the link to Hypernatural AI is down in the description and the pinned comments below. By the way, if by the end of this video you want to upgrade your Hypernatural account, use the code that's on the screen to save 10% on your first month subscription. I'm going to leave this code underneath the link as well down below. And hey, remember, if you want to work with me directly one-on-one, I will personally help you build your brand and sell your first digital products online with the same AI tools, automations, and systems that I use to generate sales and leads daily on autopilot while I sleep. If that sounds like something you need, then check out my AI Vibe Marketing Accelerator. That link is also right there in the description. Thanks to years of experience creating content and selling digital products online, paired with these new systems, I could quit my job. I quit 2 years ago and I never looked back. I want to show you how simple these systems are now so you can do the same. Okay, let's break down this viral content format. It's all about visuals of voiceover and telling a story or getting a point across piece by piece. Think of it as painting a picture with words and then bringing that picture to life with AI generated scenes. The beauty is Hypernatural AI pieces it all together for you. So first, we're going to have to head over to Hypernatural. Remember that the links are down in the description and pinned comments, and you're going to sign up for a free account. Once you've logged in, this is the first view of Hypernatural that you're going to get. We're currently on the videos tab of this tool. Down here in the center is where we can start generating content. Basically, you're going to be able to write a prompt out here explaining what you want your video or your content to be about, and Hypernatural will generate the whole thing for you. Now, there are some settings down here that you can use to customize your content. If you click on this drop down, it's going to give you a list of different styles that you can use that are pre-built in. So like this photographic style, this 3D animation style, this 8-bit style, there's an anime style, there's this cats everywhere style, classic horror, comic book, cubism. So if you don't know where to start, you can use these preset styles. So next to this, we've got the length of the content. So this is cool and something that I haven't seen in other tools that much. You can change the output generation to like less than 60 seconds. So something that could work for like YouTube Shorts, which has to be less than 60 seconds. Or you can also obviously post on TikTok and Instagram with this. Then you've got the classic 2 to 10 minute, piece of content. And below this, you've got the long form piece of content that you can build here. So if you want, you could use this for shorts or you could use this for like a YouTube channel. Here is another option that's actually super important is the aspect ratio. If you click on that drop down, you're going to see there are the three like main options that you'll see across platforms, which is the tall portrait option for like, reels and shorts. And then below you got the landscape option, which is for like YouTube videos. And this one-on-one square or this 1 by 1 square, sorry, is for like Instagram posts, like static posts or like Twitter too. You can use this kind of content. Basically, it's the three main types of aspect ratios that you're going to use for all types of content. Let's say you're completely new to this or you have no idea where to start. Down here in this popular idea section, you're going to find a quick solution to start creating content without really thinking too much. You can filter through this and they've got these options that you can select like book talk, cultural, fan fiction, marketing, romantic. spooky. And you can basically just click on one of these and you'll see that up here, it starts to like populate the prompt for me. So let's say we want a book promo, we click on that and it's going to write in the like pre-built prompt to generate. And what you can do here, like the pro tip for me personally, is once this does this, like read over what it gave you and just change out the parts that you need to like make sense for your brand or for what you're trying to talk about in your content, right? Below the popular ideas, you're going to see your videos that you've created. So they're pretty easy to find. Every time you log in, they'll be down here. So you can just go back and revisit your old creations or use that content again. And then up here at the top, you got another tab to select. You've got the characters tab. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to pick pre-built characters that Hypernatural has in here for you to use for your stories. So down here, you're going to see the different characters that you can pick from. And then up here at the top, you're going to see that I have a Mike Tyson and Bill Gates in here. That's because I created new characters and I wanted to run a test with the tool. So if you want to create a new character, basically, let me go back here just to show you because I went a little fast there. You're going to click on this new character button. You're going to name your character. You're going to add a description, and then you're going to upload an image. You can just go grab any character reference image. Preferably, you don't want to use like anyone else's face. I was just trying to see how good it could do like a popular figure or a famous figure. But it worked. It worked well. So if you guys want to do that, just come in here and create yourself a custom character of whoever you want to parody on the internet. So you can basically use this tool for that type of content. Or you can create a custom character that you can reuse for your brand or your content online. But for now, what I want to do is find a specific type of high performing content and emulate that content using this tool. So let's come over to Instagram. For today's example, we're going to use this type of content here. This is Zultium. They have 1.4 million followers. And down here, we're going to see their content. So let's click on this first video here.
Hack your brain to study 500 times faster. Picture this. You study hard, but forget everything. Frustrating, right? This easy hack will make your studying super fast in 3 simple steps.
As you can see, it's got some text overlay in the center. It's got the AI visuals in the back, some editing, and it's basically dark psychology. Also, very important to point out is the voiceover. Luckily, Hypernatural is going to do all this for us. Dark psychology is actually a type of niche or a type of content that is performing really well on YouTube. Here you can see that I used a tool called vidIQ, which connects directly to YouTube's API. So it gives you actual data from YouTube. And I asked it to find like the current viral AI voiceover content trends and niches. Down here, you can see the top niches. It gave me dark psychology as the top one. Below that, you can see stoicism, philosophy, subconscious mind, hidden history. And what I want to do is use these niches and these types of content to market my product or my brand. So I'm not telling you to go out and create dark psychology content, which you could. And look, it's performing really well. So you could do exactly what Zultium is doing and build a brand around that, or do something with stoicism or subconscious mind or hidden history. I'm just saying that these types of content can be emulated with a tool like Hypernatural. So here's an example of what we're going to do. This script here is a dark psychology style script, right? I'm leveraging the popularity of that niche and the tone and the style of the content. But I'm going to be adding a CTA for my brand, for my product. So check this out. It starts with a hook. It says, want to sell anything online? Use these 3 dark psychology tricks. These tactics are so powerful, they can turn any skeptic into a buyer. Trick 1, artificial scarcity. Create urgency by making your product seem rare, pushing customers to act fast. Trick 2, social proof manipulation, showcasing glowing testimonials and reviews to build trust and influence decisions. Trick 3, position yourself as an expert to gain credibility and sway potential buyers. And then product pitch here, it says unlock the full potential of these tactics with our dark psychology sales guide. So this you would swap out for your product or for whatever you're trying to sell, as long as it has to do with helping them learn how to sell, which is basically what I do, right? So I could use this script. And at the bottom here, this is what's going to make this basically sell for you on autopilot. When you add this comment sell call to action inside of an Instagram post, you can actually add an automation with tools that I have available in my group, the AI Vibe Marketing Accelerator. Again, the link is down there in the description, but
You can basically plug in an automation to the back of your Instagram post that will send them the dark psychology sales guide or whatever your product is every time they comment the word sell. So you can leave that on and forget about it as it sends out your product, right? So let's use this script. Let's head back over to Hypernatural AI. If you have any trouble writing your scripts, just let me know down in the comments and I'll be sure to upload a video on the channel giving you guys like a step-by-step on how I use AI to write my scripts. I'll also be sure to include a helpful prompt down in the description that will make your scripts sound more human. So let's paste in what we have so far. Let's come down here to the style option, click on this, click on custom style. And the cool thing about this feature here is you can upload a reference image and Hypernatural will actually take the look of that image and use it to generate your content. So you can have a similar aesthetic or look throughout your content on a specific style that you want. Cool thing about this is you can use it for your brand, right? So maybe it's a specific look your brand uses, you can upload a reference image. So let's click on upload an image, find the image, double click it, upload it. And now that it's in here, you can actually title it if you want. You can create your own description of the style. So basically, you can prompt it yourself to try to get as close as you can to that look. But if you just come down here to generate, it'll actually title it for you and create a description for you. So let's see how good of a job it does. All right, so you can see there it's given us a title and a description. And to the right, it's given us examples of what the style is going to look like. And let's say you don't like the style that it gave you, you can come down here to this try again button and it'll change it up every time. So you can get closer and closer to what you're looking for. And remember that you can add stuff to the description as well. Now, I like this. I think this is kind of what we're going for. So I'm going to just save this. Now let's select the length option here and we're going to click on the shorts option because I want to make something for Instagram or TikTok or YouTube. And the aspect ratio is set perfectly. So 9:16 is what we're looking for. And now we're going on to the next step. So click this green arrow. I really like this feature here in Hypernatural. It's going to give us the visuals and the script, basically giving us like a final output of what's going to happen in the video, right? And if you want to change that, there's this option down here at the bottom that will actually allow you to edit either like the narration or like the visuals. So let's type in um, let's have it redo the visuals or like change something up in the visuals here. And you can see it actually as it goes through and makes the changes, which I find, really satisfying. And also I think that's great is that it's got this feature in here because you definitely want to think about your script and your visuals because they're super important. So here at the top, there are some options to make some changes before we make the video. Let's select this narrator dropdown. You're going to see that there is a list of a bunch of different voices that you can pick for your content. This is going to be important. If you want to test out these voices, you would come over here to this speaker button, click on the speaker button.
I could be a hero, a villain, or just someone with a story to share. Give me the role, and I'll bring it to life. Every character deserves the right voice.
All right, so I think the voice is perfect for the video. So let's come down here to the make a video button, click on this, and let's get our video generated. I sped that up a little bit, but it normally takes around 1 to 2 minutes to generate the full video, and now you will be able to edit it. So here we have the finished video. Let's preview it. Let's come down here to the bottom left and click on the play button.
Want to sell anything online? Use these 3 dark psychology tricks. These tactics are so powerful, they can turn any skeptic into a buyer. Trick 1. Artificial scarcity. Create urgency by making your product seem rare, pushing customers to act fast. Trick 2. Social proof manipulation. Showcase glowing testimonials and reviews to build trust and influence decisions.
Look, I really like that it actually took the dark psychology sales guide example and used it to generate this image. It did break away from the style here. And one thing we're going to look at and a feature that I love about this tool is that the editing capabilities in here are great. So we're going to look at that in a second, but this is basically the finished piece of content. You could come over here to the top right and export it and have it ready to post. Let's say you didn't want to change anything, but I noticed a couple things in here that we could change. And I think it's going to be great for the example to show you how to do this. So over here to the left, there are a bunch of options for you to edit right inside of Hypernatural your content. So you don't need to worry about throwing this into another tool. Now, I did bring that up earlier because you could take this and throw it into CapCut or use a tool like 11 Labs to swap out the voice and add a new voice. Like if you come down here to audio, it'll actually allow you to upload audio. So you could use your own voice or you can use an AI voice that you generated on another platform, even though the list of voices that are in Hypernatural should be good enough for the content that you're trying to create here. Now, if we look at the stock library, this I think is something that is going to be super beneficial to a lot of you. There is a bunch of stock AI generated content in here that you can just search through and use to build out your videos as well. So let's say you just liked the voice and the script, you can just use this stock footage to create your content right in here. Now down here, you'll see that there is a generated image tab, and this generated images, sorry, is all your images that you've been generating. So you can basically go back and reuse them. Now, what I liked about this tool right away was that the whole process here, where it's breaking it down into different scenes, basically with the lines and the narration and all that. I've been using AI tools for 2 years or more, right? Since AI, like the inception of AI. Like I was an early adopter of Midjourney and Dolly. I was using LLMs as soon as they dropped, trying to figure out how to use them to make content. So back in the day, I would have to actually do this all manually, right? So I'd have to get all the images generated for the whole video, write out the script, then do the visuals, make sure the prompts were all like, with the same style, basically telling the same story. And then you know how long it takes to actually get that all done and put all together? It takes a minute. So having a tool like this is going to save you a bunch of time and allow you to create more content. Now let's come over to this scene here. And what I want to do with this scene is actually change up the visual. I think it has too much text in it. It looks a little sloppy. So let's come down here to this button in the center, these two arrows. Click on this, and this is going to give us some suggestions automatically that we can pick from. Now, if you don't like either of these two, you can come down here to this button that says Generate New, and it's going to show you the prompt that it used to get this visual here. So you can change that up. For now, I think I'm just going to do a visual showcasing happy customers. How about that? Happy customers in a visually appealing format. Let's generate the image. You know what? I think this is better than what we have right now. So let's just replace the current. Boom. So now your new visual is in there. All right, let's say we wanted to take it up a notch. We can use image to video generation right inside of Hypernatural. So let's click on this button that looks like a piece of film. Click on that, and you see this option here, animate. Just click on animate, and let's see what it does with this. Let's give it a second, and then it should actually add movement to the image. And the cool part about this is that it's using the image that we already have as the reference image. So all it's going to do is add some dynamic sort of movement to it. Let's see what it does. All right, over here down in the left, you can see that it's letting us know that the animation is now done. So let's watch it. As you can see, this scene now is actually animated. Look, watch the people. So the beauty of this is you can fine tailor each scene and you can actually animate each scene. The issue with AI generated stuff sometimes is that you can't make each scene continue with the next. Here you can break down each part of your story, generate each visual, and then use those visuals as the reference image. So you're going to like for sure be able to kind of manipulate what you get as the final product. So the last thing we're going to look at here is the caption style over here to the left. If you drop this down, you'll see that there are a bunch of options to pick from. And if you just click on one, it'll change it automatically in your video. If you come over here to the right, you'll see this button that says Scene Captions. If you click on this, you'll actually have the option to move around where the captions are, change the size of the captions, and also like where they're positioned, right? So you can hide the captions as well, and you can edit the caption style here too. So the beauty of this tool is that you're going to be able to edit the content piece by piece, animate each scene, and make sure that your content actually makes sense. A lot of tools out there will spit something out for you, and you have really no control over what you can do with that or how you can change it up. Let's say you didn't like any of the generations that you got from this video. You could come over here to Actions on the left, and you can regenerate all the images. You can duplicate the video, and you can regenerate the audio. can change the aspect ratio as well. But I really like this regenerate all images feature because you can just start over again and start over again. You don't want to go through each scene piece by piece. You'd rather have the AI just try again. Just click regenerate all images and it will change up all the images for you and try again. Once you're done, just come over here to export, click on export, and it's going to allow you to export it in SD quality, 720, 1080p. It's also going to give you a shareable video URL. And yeah, basically you're ready to go. I would suggest experimenting with this. For example, taking one script, changing it up 5 times, just a little bit, change up the visuals just a little bit, and run it through here. Create 5 pieces of content and schedule out those pieces of content on Instagram and see how they perform. And remember that this content has a goal. Here at the end of it, you can see that it's got the comment sell now. So if you have the automation hooked up, which you can get if you join my AI Vibe Marketing Accelerator down in the description, you'll be able to, send out lead magnets, send out products on autopilot. So after animating all your scenes and finishing your video, if you wanted to spruce this up even more, you could throw it into CapCut, add some effects on top so it would look more like our reference video, right? Which it had some CapCut effects on it. And you could add music and sound effects. This tool is going to allow you to have a bunch of finished product to start testing and working with. Remember that the links to Hypernatural are in the description and the pinned comments. Also, there is a link for a free prompt that's going to make your script sound more human, so don't miss out on that. And do not forget that I am here to help you get your first sales online with digital products. If you want to work with me one-on-one, there's a link down there where you can apply, and I'm going to show you the exact tools and systems that I use, and I'm going to guide you through the whole process to get your first sales. So be sure to apply to work with me down there, and I will see you guys in the next video.